The opening game of the season was a game of a nervous quarterback and a focused defense. Peyton Manning threw for 4 interceptions in one game and only 3 touchdowns, whilst our defense recorded the most sacks in the entire NFL that weekend with a total of 6 on Big Ben Roethlisberger. But can Peyton Manning improve and find the consistency as we travel to the Georgia Dome? Madden 13 Chasing a Legacy Episode 2, an uphill battle. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ian Jenkins Sim Racing here, and I'm bringing you the second episode of my Madden 13 Let's Play. Today we go up against 0-1 Atlanta Falcons, who have the 21st best offense and defense in the league, whereas we have the best defense after those 6 sacks we had on Ben Roethlisberger, but our 4 interceptions leave us 31st on the offense side of things. So we're really going to try and find the balance in between the two. I'd rather have 15 ranked on both of them than be really high on one and low on the other, because for me it's all about conversions. It's all very well pushing up the field, but if you get to that 20-yard line and give the ball away, there is no point in making that progress. So we're going against Matt Ryan here today, and Ryan is a very unpredictable quarterback. He's very skilled at reading what the defense can do. He can set up very easily a deep pass play, but then switch it in the final few seconds to a run, and he can easily lose 10 to 15 yards. But we don't have to suffer that fate first, as we get the ball on reception. So we get ready to return the football straight away and see if we can march up that field and score a touchdown. As there you can see my coach looking very comfortable in his new shiny suit he's probably got for free from a sponsor. So the Falcons get ready to kick the ball away for the opening kick of the game. The 6-minute quarter gets underway now, and Leonard is the man to return the ball. He tries to go through the middle, but there's nowhere to go at all after trying to duck, and gets to about the 25-yard line. So an average return there, as Peyton Manning steps back onto the field, hungry to try and correct his errors of last week's game, looking to try and set the record straight, and more importantly, get some touchdowns on the board. So first play of the game through the middle to Tam, who's almost away, but there's a flag on the play. Is this one coming back? The referee signals for face masks, and it's on the defense. So straight away, we're going to decline the penalty, I think, so we can get... no, we'll accept it, I beg your pardon. So on the first and 10 on the opponent's 32, the first play of the game, that is not looking good for the Falcons defense. Just looking a bit edgy there, a bit aggressive it seems earlier on. They know what Manning can be capable of if in the right scenario. Throws over the middle again here, and Dressen with the reception for 19 yards there. So another big play, 2nd and 8 here then, as we get ready to try and convert for a touchdown. Then Thomas makes it stick and puts the Denver Broncos 7-0 up in the first couple minutes of the game. The opening drive for the Denver Broncos was a successful one. A much better run there by Peyton Manning, has got to be said. Much more confident behind that football, and more importantly in the pocket, was not letting the defense pressure him into a bad throw. Thomas just doing a textbook catch there while on the move, and we kick it away for the field goal to put us 7-0 up in the first couple minutes of the game. So it's looking very strong already here for the Denver Broncos. Can we continue that momentum as the best defense in the NFL after the first game step onto the field? We get a nice tackle there, but it is 2nd and 6. So they could not convert that one either. So 3rd and 6 here. Ryan steps back, looks for the first down, and gets it with a big play. And Jones on the reception there. So the very next play of the game there, 1st and 10 on our 31-yard line. Goes for the handoff, but Miller brings him down. His 2nd tackle of the game. And Miller, of course, was the guy who was making the majority of the tackles and a few sacks last game as well. So a very good young defender, it seems. But another first down for the Falcons. They like playing that quick short ball before the defense even have time to react. That ball has been thrown, caught, and it's a first down. So that is the way they're looking to try and push their way through this defense at the moment. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Ryan steps back again, another short pass, but it's not quite 10. They get to 3rd and inches this time around. Are they going to run it for a 4th down, or maybe just try and throw it over the top? They do throw it to the left. Poor defensive block, but they finally bring him down for another first down. 3rd and 13 after some great defensive play. Sees Matt Ryan under pressure in the pocket, throws it long, and it's tipped away. And the defense go another drive without conceding a touchdown. So the Denver Broncos defense still showing that they've got what it takes. They are not going to be walked over and not going to surrender touchdowns without a valuable and valiant fight for it. So the punt return comes back to Decker, who sets it back there for the touchback. Goes back to the 20-yard line to start this drive. Peyton Manning back on the ball, throws long, and Hill's open. He gets taken out at around the 45-yard line, but his first reception of the game is good for 19 yards. yards. So Peyton Manning again looking confident, almost gets sacked, but somehow under pressure makes another fantastic pass there to Tam, his second reception of the afternoon, and that was a great play indeed. Manning again, clear air, but he does the inevitable, and then old Ghost comes back to haunt him. It's an interception, his first one of the afternoon, and that sets the Falcons back on the ball. A short throw over there again, textbook Matt Ryan it seems this game. They're not risking these long deep passes, just short throws and handoffs, but it's got to be said they're working for him, and whenever the defense line up in the blitz, then he goes for the long throw. So Ryan seems to have got us sussed out. He throws for the end zone, and it's dropped. Almost. It was a very deadly pass out of nowhere. As I was mentioning, no deep passes. Ryan shaking up the playbook quite a bit. That Peyton Manning's ghosts are definitely coming back to haunt him. Are they there to stay, or are the Ghostbusters being called right now? Only time will tell, as we have a minute left in the first half. So, again, they cannot convert here. The Broncos defense is continuing where they left off last game, and not being reluctant, if you will, to let them score a touchdown. So, ball comes back for the reception. It's out of bounds and will go out of the bounds at the 4. So dangerous position. There is danger of giving up a safety, and Manning's got to be aware of that. They're right almost on our end zone line. They're definitely inside the red zone, so they've got to try and get this one down the field as soon as possible. Manning steps back, looks for the long throw, almost intercepted again. And that's exactly what we saw last time. Once he makes that first interception, they just start coming and coming, just like a mistake in motorsport. You make it once, and you're almost bound, if you let it trouble in your mind, if you let it just tick over and tick over, you're bound to let it happen again, because you're so focused on correcting it that it becomes easier to make it happen. So we couldn't convert anything there, and just happily punt it away to get it out of danger. 28 seconds left in the second quarter. They're 3rd and 4. Ryan looking to try and push his team further down the field as we come towards the end of the first half on a big tackle, but it's enough for the first down. They line up again, 1st and 10. They've got 1 timeout left on the board and 24 seconds. We've still got all 3 of ours if we can somehow gain an interception. Ryan's deep in the pocket, no pressure. And he throws to the end zone. It's tipped away again. Almost there for a touch. That's the second time that right side of the end zone has come under pressure. And the second time the Broncos defense has been impeccable in making that move stick. Again throws it to the right side. But it's the 3rd time lucky. And it's a touchdown for the Atlanta Falcons. Ryan jumps for joy. It was a great pass down the field. The 2 defensive blocks just did not have the pace to catch him in the end. And there you can see, I believe that was actually Tony Gonzalez. A great, almost a sack as well. That was a second later. Gonzalez makes the catch for the touchdown. There was nothing we could do in the end. We did everything we could, but their pace was just too great. So, start of the 3rd quarter after nothing came with that one. It's a tie ball game here at the Georgia Dome, and they set that one back for a touchback once again. So, Ryan looking to try and take the lead of this one now. They scored in the dire moments of the second quarter. Momentum is definitely at Atlanta's side right now, but they've struggled to convert against this Denver Broncos offense, to say the least. They tried to throw it long again, and a big reception there. Shakes up a tackle, carries on running, and that is the best way to start the second half. There is Matt Ryan's stats for today, the impact performer, and they're looking very good for him, it's got to be said. And there is Tony Gonzalez, the man who scored that all-important touchdown to tie the game up. Matt Ryan looks to throw again then. Tight end in motion on the right-hand side. Is he going to look short? No, does the handoff. Shakes up a tackle, but spins down still behind the line. Miller again making a vital challenge, but it's 3rd and 12. Well, Ryan throw goes to the right-hand side. Poor defending, and that's right on the line of scrimmage. And that was almost, we've seen a replay here, whether I was debating to challenge the play or no. And let's just take a bird's eye view of this one. That's almost, it's literally right on the line. But of course, both feet have to be out of bounds here. So you've got 2 defensive blocks. He catches the ball. Half his body's there. And he just about makes it. And moves those chains forward another 10 yards. So I wasn't going to risk a timeout there. It's too early in the half. You don't want to be wasting them. You never know when you might need them. Another big run there for 8 yards. And they go 4th and 2. So do they play it or do they go for the safe field goal? The Atlanta Falcons need to be wary here. They've only got 2 yards, but a difference between 3 points and no points is still very big. There's no guarantee you will make that conversion on 4th down. It's always a risk. So do they play it safe? Yes, they do. They go for the big field goal. It'll be around 25 yards. So it's all just down to this. Can they make that extra 3 points to take the lead? And any points on the board are good points on the board. It almost creeps out. But when you have the lead in an NFL game, it really does give you that much more of a confidence boost. You feel confident in yourself and with the team around you. So they kick to us now for the first time this half. On the reception is Caldwell down the right hand side, and he's tackled for a fumble, and he looks to receive it, he doesn't, and the ball's turned over. The Falcons get the ball back, Moore with the recovery. 2 minutes left in the third, and the Falcons have come alive. A great way to start that drive for them. Caldwell will be so upset with himself, to say the least. And he's really got to try and put that behind him and move on. It's all down to the defence to stop a conversion happening here. Their red zone potential has not been good, but it is now. A second touchdown of the afternoon makes it a 10-point game. So the Denver Broncos once again receive the football. Hill's going to be this time on the reception. Looks to the right hand side. Finds a hole. Goes straight down the sideline. Realising what's at stake here. Tries to go all the way, but he's tackled out at around the 28-yard line. A massive boost for the Denver Broncos offense as we look to try and tie this game up sooner rather than later. They've got a chance here at a potential 8 points if everything goes their way, but it's all going to be down to Peyton Manning. Looks for the throw, and it's first and goal, almost a touchdown, as Thomas could not quite get his feet behind that line, and he moves the chains forward another 10 yards. There you can see Thomas beautifully escaping his marker, gets into space. Manning relatively unpressured and brings down that first and goal. So a great play by the Broncos offense once again there to try and bring some more points on the board. But can they complete that and convert it into 7 points? We're about to find out. Throws it short and it's too long, and it's 4th and goal for the Broncos. They've got a decision to make. Do they have faith in the quarterback who's thrown more interceptions than most quarterbacks in the NFL, or do you take a safe 3 points? We go for the safe 3 points. Porter's going to be the man to kick it up, I beg your pardon. Takes a ricochet off of the post, and that is not what you want to see at all. But 3 points is 3 points, so we're going to see a little replay here of that ball just ricocheting off the post. Luckily, ricocheting in the right direction. And once again, we kick to the Falcons offense, who make a touchback, I believe, at this stage. They don't want to risk a big return or a fumble, so we'll sit the ball at the 20-yard line for Matt Ryan and his offense to come back out and see what they can do. So here they come then. Ryan looking again to try and make a big play. Does the handoff. Finds some space. Through the hole he goes. Can he go all the way? Katie can't quite get there. But it's got to be Michael Turner again. He makes that stop. 10 rushes for 49 yards. And the coach is not looking too happy at all. Turner was able to just about make it stop there, but the Atlanta Falcons are going to put even more points on the board. It's a 1 touchdown game at the moment. We don't want to make it a 10-point, let alone a 14-point game at this stage as well. Only 1 minute 50 remain on the clock. We've wasted 2 of our timeouts. We convert them to a risky field goal. There's still no certainty that this one will go between the posts. Can they make it stick? They look very comfortable, and it goes straight through the middle, through the upright, and it's back to a 10-point lead with 1 minute 46 to go in the quarter and just one more timeout left for the Broncos. So what we have to do really is try and get a touchdown as soon as we can and get an onside kick. That is the only way we're going to be able to try and tie this game up, and we can't do it there. We get to the 23-yard line. 1 minute left on the clock roughly. Then Manning tries to look long, but he gets sacked behind the line. A massive loss. A 12-yard loss. 3rd and 22. We use our final timeout of the game, and he'll be livid with that, as is the coach. He's not happy at all. Jenkins sat on the sideline not knowing what to do right now. But it's got to be said, though, his Manning's ability stepped up from the last game. He hasn't thrown as many interceptions. Just as I say that, I've jinxed it. There's the second one of the game. So another 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. That brings him to 6 interceptions for 4 touchdowns. Manning's record is not looking the healthiest in the league by far. Matt Ryan again steps out on the offense to try and put this game beyond a shadow of a doubt. Looks long to throw. Gets a first down. Is it a touchdown? Tries to spin away from the tackle, but it's tackled just in time. There are the 2 stats today. 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown by Peyton Manning. And Ryan's record's looking a lot better than that. There you can see he's thrown for 200 yards today's game, so he's not had a shabby game at all. So they are now 1st and goal just outside that all-important end zone to seal this game. Just over a minute left in the game. I believe there was an actual glitch here with the game, so I had to pause it and unpause it again. So I'm not too sure if this has ever happened to anyone before. I'm not sure if the play clock was still ticking either, but there it's resumed again, so 10 seconds left on that one. And now we wait for Ryan's arrival. Of course, just going to run down the clock now to try and run us out of time, run us out of a game. He takes a kneel to keep that clock moving, and this is surely going to bring up the end of the game. sooner rather than later. There's nothing we can do from the offensive side or even defensive side. We've got no timeouts left, so all we can do is sit and wait the eyes of Matt Ryan and see if he tries a surprise. Will he go to put this one all without a shadow of a doubt, or will he just sit there and wait and be patient and knowing that they've got the win and not try anything risky? 15 seconds left. All the defenders are waiting to see if there's a shock turnaround in the final couple of seconds. They're second and goal, so even if we do get them, they will still go to a field goal. There's 4 seconds left now, and they can't quite get it done. They don't go for a risky move, and we take a hammering 20-10. So it's 1-1 for the Denver Broncos. We've lost our first game of the season, and we've definitely got some areas to improve. Here are the current standings in the AFC North. You can see the Steelers taking a good run there. The Texans, being the only undefeated team in the AFC South, could be a major threat. The Buffalo Bills again undefeated with the Patriots. The Chargers as well, as everyone else has taken a loss in that division. There's the NFC North with the Lions undefeated as well, so still plenty of teams undefeated. Now that's looking very close. A lot of the teams on the same ratio there. The Giants, the Redskins and the Eagles all have not been beaten in their opening 2 games of the season. So as we look through the final division there, that rounds out our standings here as we go to the My Career just to check any stats that we may be unaware of. So you can see 1 win, 1 loss, second in the division, tied with the Chiefs and the Raiders, but still the most defensive yards ranked in the NFL, with third on defensive rush yards and pass yards, but 32nd on turnover defense. We have got an awful offensive ranking, so we'll try to rectify that next game. But for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you've got any comments or feedback, please let me know. It would mean the world to me, and I hope to see you very shortly for our 3rd game of our NFL season. Goodbye for now.